Hey, what's up? This John. Real quick video, man. This ain't gonna be long, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I keep hearing all these videos about the popo, about the police, 5-0, the rollers, the 12s, whatever you want to call them. Shooting, killing, and harassing, and doing whatever else to all these young black men, right? Okay, well, let me give y'all a real little quick piece of advice. If some of y'all, and I'm not saying this, before I start, excuse me, let me give a disclaimer. This is not about everybody, because there are bad cops just as well as there are good cops, and there are innocent people just as well as there are people that incite problems. But for the most part, let me keep it 100. Black people, I'm talking specifically to my people. If we start teaching our kids how to dress, wear their clothes, stop sagging, stop wearing these hoodies, cut this nappy bull crap off their head that they call it Nappy Nation. They just look like some matted up ass on top of their head. Stop wearing these gang affiliated colors. Let's keep it 100, man. We know this stuff. All of us did this stuff back in the days in the streets. Teach our kids how to talk to people. How to say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, or yes and no instead of no, would, you don't know me. And these kids curse, man. They will curse you flat foot out like they grown, like they older than you. And they disrespectful. They out here in the streets. So yeah, let's be 100. And I've been locked up. So this is not, I'm not one of those wonderful people who's been in the suburbs all my life and I've never been in no mess. Everybody know me, know I've been through some shit. And most of it I put myself through. So I'm probably one of the foremost authorities on this crowd. So let's keep it 100. Our children, they rowdy. They disrespectful. Man, these cops tell these kids get out the street. They looking at the police mugging, looking them up and down. Let me tell you something, man. If I'm a law enforcement officer, I'm going home. Period. Point blank, plain and simple. I'm not giving no damn about waiting to see if what you got is or is not a weapon. If I tell you, stop, be still, shut up, be quiet, don't move, lay down, whatever I tell you, you got two choices, man. You can either comply or you can get laid down. Now, it's funny that we watch all these rap movies and hip hop movies and other movies, and they make those statements, but nobody has an issue with that. Remember that movie, State Property, with Beanie Siegel? His famous line was either get down or lay down. Get down or lay down. He was like, either get down with the gang, get down with the program, or get laid down on your back flat like that. Oh, everybody was cool with that though. But when a police officer tells you, man, pause, stop, freeze, hold up, lay down, get down, y'all want to sit there and have a debate. How in the hell you gonna debate somebody with a gun? I mean, some people respect the badge, but everybody respects the gun, partner. So just talk to your kids. And I'm just being 100, man. Stop launching these kids about your wombs like rockets and then just letting them fly without no predetermined flight plan. They have no aim, no goal, no purpose. They just out here. And then they run across a law enforcement officer that maybe he had a bad day. I mean, come on, man. We all have bad days. You know how we pop off? We pop off with our friends, our families. So how do you feel about a law enforcement officer having a bad day? But then you got these disrespectful ass kids out here that don't know how to act. Now, I'm not talking about Mr. Eric Garner, you know, people like that who were choked out for absolutely no reason. No, I'm not talking about the gentleman in South Carolina that got shot in his back. No, we're not talking about that. But let's be honest. Yeah, I'm talking about situations to where you walking down the street and you, first of all, you sagging. Don't nobody want to see your ass, but you got your boot out. You walking every kind of way. You sliding with Jordans on and Jordan sandals in the middle of the street, lollipopping and head bobbing and yay gagging. Cars coming down the street, and I know I'm not the only one that has driven down my street and there's been a bunch of kids in the street and they see my car or truck, and it's as if I'm not even coming their way. They looking at me like I'm wrong, or like they gonna move when they get ready to. So all I'm forced to sit back and think is, where in the hell are your parents? Who has taught these damn children? Who does this? Man, some of our kids are some of the most unlawful, disrespectful, just out there ass people you've ever seen. They walk around all these fight videos on the internet all the time. They always fighting. Where the parents at? Parents, where your kids at? Stop sending them outside because you don't want to deal with them. Hell, we don't want to deal with them either. Talk to your damn children. Quit having sex if you don't want these damn babies. Go have an abortion. Do something. Throw on 2-3 rubbers. Do something with yourself. Y'all chicks, I'm sorry. Just tired. It's bad, man. Y'all having sex with dudes who ain't no good. And you know they ain't no good. Then you getting caught up with babies. And I'm not saying that y'all mothers ain't out there doing your thing, because I know a lot of y'all out there working 2 and 3 jobs, going to school, trying to make it happen. But sometimes you just don't have the time to watch over some of these kids. And when it's like that, then we put ourselves as well as our children in some bad situations. So if it's like that, man, so maybe sometimes we got to sit back and just kind of look at ourselves. You know what I mean? And I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm not saying it's the mother's fault. I'm not saying it's the daddy's fault. I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. But all I'm saying is we need to try to work together, come back like we used to, like a community. You know, we had Grandma and Muddy and Big Mama saying back when people could actually say something to your kids without you cursing them out. You know, when your neighbor could come tell you something what your kid did and you didn't cuss the neighbor out. When a teacher could actually call you to say what your children are doing and you didn't, mother, if you don't know me. And when a child called you and instead of you saying, well, who did it? You tell that child, I'm going to beat your butt for acting a fool at school. And I'm going to let them get you. See, when I was coming up, you got at school for what you did. Then you got at home because you got at school. If my teacher called my mom or my dad and said, man, John is doing such and such, they was like, handle the business. And when I walked through the door, they handled the business. And then when I went to my grandma's house, I had to hear it from her because I embarrassed myself and my family at school. But it ain't like that no more. So now what? We're not teaching them in the homes. We're not allowing the teachers to teach them. We got kids being taught off of what you call a core curriculum and no child left behind. So if they're not being taught at home, they're not being taught at school, they're only being taught in the streets, bad stuff is happening. So now you got young boys and young girls who don't grow up learning how to become men and women, and they turn to the streets because if you're not instilling knowledge, hope, wisdom, understanding, peace, compassion, love, rules in a child at home, then they're going to go in the streets and they're going to get it. And the streets got a manual for them. They're going to teach them something. That is not going to be what you like. And then they turn around and they come up against an authority figure. You know, it's just a law enforcement officer. And he tells them to do something. And you know what? It's not the fact that these kids are just so bad that they just ain't scared of police. No, they're just lawless. They have no respect for self. They have no respect for family. I done seen these kids cursing each other out. I done seen them cussing mamas out. I done seen them cuss teachers out. I done seen them walking up and down the street, 11, 12 years old, grown, making their own decisions, calling their own shots, smoking cigarettes like it ain't nothing. I ain't saying we ain't used to do that bad stuff, but we hid. We was scared. We had respect. We would dare not let an adult see us do some of the stuff we did. They don't care no more. So, do I have a solution? I got a couple of them. Are y'all gonna like it? Probably not. Well, that's cool. But I'm telling you right now, we cannot keep attacking the law enforcement officers if we're not attacking the problem in our own homes, in our own families, in our own children, in our own communities. Talking about what the police did. Let me tell you something. I done been pulled over by the police. Yeah, I've been profiled. Hell yeah, I've been profiled. But guess what? I'm smart enough to know to shut the hell up. I comply. License, registration, insurance. First of all, I make sure that I got all 3 of them. Then I hand them to them. I let them do what they gonna do, say what they gonna say, and I'm cool, calm, collect, and quiet because I got good common sense, but that's the problem. A lot of our kids don't have it. They don't have common sense. And they don't use it, the ones that do have it, because they still feel like they need to impress friends or whatnot. So we need to teach them when you run up on a law enforcement officer or approach with a law enforcement officer to be calm, cool, collect, and to comply. Live your life. Peace.